Lake, you can expect him to do lots of lurking on the T sides as this series develops. That HE is quite notable for reasons I'll get into later on, but there'll be a straight send into the B bomb site by Ninjas in Pajamas, somewhat smoothly. They've got a 5 versus 4. Bombs planted very quickly. Slacks coming in from the back, though, has collected one with JBA dropping Snappy. There'll be problems then for NiP. They'll need to find these headshots. Down to a 3-on-3.
Oh, the run and gun. That's a nasty one for JBA. In comes Swisher, though. 2 players in E-box. It's a nasty setup to deal with. Very difficult indeed, but headshot found initially, at least. But good trades to secure the round there for the NiP side. So now as we look to the gun round, and Slacks has taken an AWP straight out of E-box, peering all the way down through the water area, and he's going to see absolutely nothing for the time being. Lake, on the other hand, nice defense onto Kaspersky, who is alone there in the mid position. And what does that tell NiP about this setup?
It's a really sneaky angle Lake had. Even if you're like hard clearing a corner, and there are corners in Counter-Strike that you think you're hard clear and sometimes you won't, but that you can kind of stand in the hole. So you go for that hard clear, but you're in a deeper angle that doesn't normally exist, which is exactly what Lake did there. So abusing the new mechanics of that hole.
You're not allowed to film here.
And have you been to ancient Egypt?
Kaspersky gets himself that mid control. Lake is not there to be an annoyance. At least not at the moment. Nice! Wow, great slide out there from Ken. Finding Slacks into the sights. And that's going to attract some attention. Lake making his way from mid all the way to a closer position for the defense here. Big push out of the main spot, but Lake is doing a great job. The flash initially from Sin, perfect. And that push has been dismantled, leaving Kaspersky and Wrinkle alone. 30 seconds to play with in a 2 versus 4. In goes Swisher on the back, and Wrinkle is about to have a rude awakening. Uh-oh. There's no way that he checks this. Oh, the barrel as well. The Swish is going in. Oh, he teased us, Chase. I thought the knife was coming out today.
He could. The way the guy is going, but he's checking his 6. The moment he pulls his knife out, I guarantee you, he spins around and shotguns him. Damn, boy. Face down on the pavement like he's in the ends, bruv. But a CT's on the B site. Again, more timing with the grenades, forcing Shush into the light. They'll be snuffed out by Slacks. Great work there from M80. A long-held plan reaps rewards.
Cannot be detected as easily, at least, but still the E-box position will be taken over by the NiP side. 3 players on site for defense. Now can NiP break in? This is going to be tough. Rotation not necessarily needed at this point. Let's see how this defense actually stands up against this push. Swish able to take down one with the help of JBA. JBA with 3, actually. And it is such an easy hold for NiP, or rather for M80. They are looking so nice on this defense from both sides.
Again, we haven't seen much of the rear boost yet, if you will. This would be the front boost, but this is what I'm talking about. You can have some deeper angles. Did Lake spot something there? There is a threat to his right-hand side, which he will deal with. Little bait and switch with the sniper. And then there were 4.
Confidence building for the CT side of M80 as they look to receive another push onto the A side. Well, they may not be looking for it, but it is. We can see that it is nigh. Slacks ready with the AWP posted up. Oh, very well done, Ken. Instant headshot onto Slacks. And it's actually going to be an open bomb site. Good entries coming in from NiP, giving themselves an opportunity. Ken has to go absolutely massive. This AK-47 needs to really do so much. And now against 3, Ken spotted. Nice headshot, quick flick onto JBA to dispatch of him. But the double peek is going to overwhelm. And once again,
people have currently found on this map. We'll pout for both sides now. Wrinkle will wield the scope for the T sides, and Swisher will be decapitated. Close casket funeral for him. There's a bomb carrier spotted by Lake. Nasty shots onto Snappy and Khan. Is there anything left for him? That AWP is on the way now. Not sure if Wrinkle may have seen the barrel of Lake's gun, which might have been a clue as to which way he's going. Scoped in already. Oh, he's gone beyond the angle for Sin. That's an unfortunate one for NiP. That leaves Shush in a 1 versus 3. Some gambling to be done. Lake's been a nuisance in this round.
So definitely quite challenging. And Shush just rerouting through the water, actually finding an entry towards that B site, for looking like he might be able to plant here. Of course, the AWP of Slacks now routing its way around to B main. So again, some of these angles could be opened up. It depends which side does Shush try to plant on. Where does he feel safest? There it is, the plant comes in, and the angle is open and exposed. Well played by Slacks on the reposition.
Pistols have closed the distance. Lake rotating away from the A-bomb site leaves only Sin and Slacks to do all the work here. They'll be smoked off on either side now. Sandwich waiting for reinforcements. Oh, swing and a miss from Slacks. There are some nice volley angles, I was about to say, from that pillar as well. Which will make things even more oppressive, but they're all still standing for now.
There we go. CTs. M80 looking to burst in for the retake against these pistols. Scan goes down. Really slowing things here. The Tech 9s, but slowly diminished. Down to just 2 players. Snappy and Shush. Shush with the Galil. But again, this is going to be very difficult. In come the CTs looking for the overwhelm. And Shush now with the Galil looking for the wild spray that's required. And it's just too much to handle. And the defuse looks to be coming in here. That kit is there. Ready for a task such as this. Gotta relax, Jake. Recline in your chair.
Oh,
Ooh, Lake is going crazy. Straight out of mid, just finding 2. And that is honestly, I love that call. How can you not love that call?
that's a bad miss.
That's the first time we've seen an aggression like that this entire time. Completely catches them off.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, the aggression through the window has been somewhat raised today than we saw yesterday. Lake indeed is that nuisance for M80. And Swisher spots problems on the B bomb site now. JBA's got himself in a very interesting position, which compromises a potential rotation. The remainder of NiP somewhat spread out from each other now. Let's not forget how important the trade fragging potential is for a T side. Oh, Sin, you thought he had that all day. Tide is turning. 2-on-2. JBA spotted, but he hasn't been able to exploit this position. Not as much as you might expect. He has delayed the rotation, though, which allows Swisher to get into position.
Yeah, that's good position. Very good position. And with Wrinkle low, maybe Swisher can do it all. And the sound cues perfectly. This is brilliant play there from Swisher. Takes down both. Absolutely ideal approach. Well, all right. Give me a moment to recover from that. Okay, so we've got, once again... Actually, M80 might be going aggressive here in A main, and this could be problematic. They get caught by a fast pace from their opposition. Slacks, though, looking to slow this one down. Good help there from Lake to take down Shush, and that does actually deflect the push, but the rotation comes through, and for a moment, seems like there is now hesitation from M80. They've realized that the round is getting reset, and... But do they realize part of the reason is because Kaspersky, in the madness, walked all the way into the B site?
He's not going to find anything with his position. You wonder if we're going to end up with flanks on flanks here. Oh, JBA is actually looking, but he will receive lead to the face, which will certainly help. That's a great flick from Slack. Somehow still survives the flames. 2-on-2. He needs to run distraction as Swisher is currently position unknown. Kits for both the players here for M80. Looking to continue their streak. A big swing from Swisher. The mollies are here to flush out Snappy. Now it's down to Kaspersky. He's got to find 2. Beautiful work. Very low health, but is there time for Swisher? I think there is. Looks like they've secured that last one. The bro fists are there. That's a solid half for M80. Many pieces of utility. There's a grand plan for M80. And the set piece begins. Staging area is uncontested, and in they go. Full send. Super Mario Brothers, as they try to avoid the headshots, do M80 and deliver some of their own. Bomb sites taken then, 3 versus 5. They are currently untouched. 500 HP M80 versus the remainder of NiP.
There's a problem. NiP need to find some magic here, dig deep, or else they could be looking at a fast exit on Anubis. And of course, the numbers are just absolutely wild there for M80. Still 5 alive at the end of that one.
Somewhat silently creeping through mid now. And NiP are very quickly devoid of information. You can see them trying to find something outside the A bomb site. Scared to go all the way though, and Snappy's got little help. They fall like dominoes all across the map, rotating over towards B, walking to their demise on A.
Bomb has been planted.
All comes down to this, I suppose. 2 versus 4 on the retake. Pesky, who's this first nade, takes a big chunky nade himself. This is looking absolutely dire. No choice but to go for it, of course. The re-smoke, just to make it worse, of course. Why not? Some sound cues as well. This really is the most horrendous sight you've ever seen, and they'll get sprayed down by Slacks and JBA, and it's a clean 12-3 from M80. What a start to the series for them.
A learning process, I think, at this stage of the map. The important thing is to learn from that process. So we'll look for that in the future. Now let's see if they can right the ship here on Ancients. Some jewels in Red Room will be unfavorable for the Ninjas. Looking to collapse on the B bomb site now, but they're on the receiving end of the lead at present. This is not going favorably for the Swedish organization. Snappy has much to do and will have a brief chance to do it after Ken goes down.
And it obviously improves the confidence for the opposition. I think that's why M80 took the time out at the end of the last map, because they want to make sure that they can keep that pressure on and they don't get complacent and allow that psychological edge to come back for NiP. Where NiP are like, oh yeah, we can get, win these clutches, we can win rounds. But you just don't want to allow that. It's a huge psychological edge. And as we see the opener here into this A site, it's actually going to allow NiP to maybe make something of this with the post plant.
Numbers are being thinned very quickly indeed. Yeah.
Some initial nades there into mid by both sides, and the creep down the ramp. This is the perfect timing for M80, though, or rather, sorry, for NiP, as they were just looking for opening kills and handed to them.
Big focus on the B bomb site. They start to move in. Slack still focused on Snappy's position. That will certainly be helpful. And now Ken will find himself alone in a 1 versus 3, trying to isolate these fights, but can't finish the spray on the first one. And that will be a victorious one for M80. It's looking a little precarious with the push on the ramp, considering the SMGs involved. Just kind of swung off the player there. That was a very well-timed push, though. We often see the double HEs delayed in mid from M80 on the CT side. We didn't on that occasion. Maybe that's a tell if they're going to be aggressive elsewhere. We'll see in the remaining rounds. Lake will be traded around that Red Room position, though. So NiP have got some good mileage with plenty of time on the clock here.
Nice shot from Slack, so. But yeah, I mean, good position that was taken, and they made some good ground in this round so far, but now another problem. Good position from Sin there. Oh, but the peak. Crash peak. Working out for Kaspersky. Now, what is the play here? We've got a rotation from the CTs, but actually making their way through M80, the middle position. And also, Slacks, he's 46 HP. He's going all the way around the long way at the moment as well. So M80 might have unsuspected positions, but great find there at range from Shush.
Bomb has been planted.
Does he really hold this for Slacks? I mean, it feels a low percentage that you're worried about that position. Now running straight into Slacks. Beautiful work there from M80, but still 2 versus 2. And all the time in the world for them to play with still here. 2 smokes
so key.
still available.
So key that NiP have the information as to where both these last players are coming from also. They don't need to worry about much, and I don't see how Slacks solves this issue. He hasn't died yet in this game. He can keep that true. He can get far enough away. Slate gonna swing. He is. Big flash. He'll collect 2, and he's still standing. Really nice work. Then collecting Wrinkle as well, leaving Snappy and Xcapacy with much to do. Snappy making his way through. Tired of losing these rounds. Does not want to get reset. And they make it a 2-on-2. More to be done, though. 28 seconds. Got some useful, but no smoke. It's going to be hard to find safety to plant this bomb. Do they need to get another frag? They will. Sin dropped. That leaves Slacks alone now. 1 versus 2, eating the nades. Has to look away as the bomb carrier makes it to the bomb site. Can he avoid the trade frag? Oh, he's got a small chance, but they swing together. What a comeback from NiP. That was a must-win round for them.
And this has actually been partly some of the reasons why NiP have been able to kind of come back, because those early round AWP kills obviously go a long way. But we will get a setup in Donut. Ooh, the bang, though, coming in from Kaspersky. Gonna take down Swisher. So there we go. A trade at the very least in terms of numbers. 4-4. As we get the B site under full attack now.
Okay, Lake will get dropped, but he's got somebody to pick up the slack for him just around the corner. JBA will catch Cairn off guard. His teammate took one for the team, and it might be to that CT's advantage then as they find themselves in a 3 versus 2 post-plant. All here already. They've got a kit in the hands of Slacks, and Wrinkle's got so much to do. 1v3 with an AWP. He's found the first one. No trade just yet. He's got to be real careful. Battle sniper mode. He spotted some jiggling. Oh, surely he had Sin there. It's getting even more urgent for him now, but he's still somehow made it a 1v1. Where are the trades for the CTs? The fuse is being committed to. Can he find an angle, Wrinkle? He's baited him off of it. Or has he? No, he hasn't. The bomb's been defused, but that was a great effort from him to even get that far. There's no one else to take an angle for him. Well, now Lake's coming over. He can be the initial engager, but for a while, JB was alone there, so I wondered if he'd have the discipline. Indeed, he did, but it's Lake who's going to get caught off. He sees so much, but is able to do so little. 4-on-3 now as NiP take the bomb site. You can see Sin rotating over from CT. There are smokes for the time being. Have to wait for his teammates to get closer, though, who are coming through mid.
It's just the spray through the smoke, trying to catch what he can. As the CTs here from M80 look to position for this retake. 3 versus 3. Be a tough one. NiP really need this round. Money on the line for them. Zach's trying to hold this angle.
Oh, the timing!
Oh, just as he moves. Unbelievable, though. It does get traded, but the numbers are with NiP as they pick up the round. And
surely no helmets and a smoke would be, or a defuse kit even, might be more useful. Each to their own note. He will be taking a gamble and pushing straight through the A bomb sites. Oh, his teammate's almost caught with a grenade in his hand, and ultimately he will be. Lake has expired. Now JVA's position becomes more important. The timing through the smoke, gambles being taken everywhere, and the losses are heavy for M80.
Not a good situation. Need some hero moments now. And there's maybe the start of something. Sin was looking for something as well. The pause from the T side gave opportunity, it seems. So now they make their way to the B site, and you've got a lone defender there in Sin, and he's going to take this this ramp position. Whew. Slacks makes all the noise. That is a confident peek. And he is rewarded. Another one around the side. Might catch another player. Sin, though, announces his position and goes down. And then with Slacks smoked off, suddenly the odds seem to be tipping in the favor of NiP. Slacks coming out with the AWP is truly a bold move. And that now leaves it to JBA with the MP9. So plenty of time, but can't pick up the AK. That's going to make some noise. He needs the element of surprise here. And he is the one to be surprised as the NiP side with a resurgence in the first half of Ancient. We'll see if they can drive it home to a victory. I'm also curious what kind of flowers you'd give Gabaski. We'll,
Orchids.
In the moment, the pistol push will come in through onto the A site.
Got Kernan Donuts and Wrinkle on the floor. Terrifying when multiple assailants charging you with Glocks. Kapowski with the Julies simply won't be enough. Maybe he needed a third pistol to connect there. 5-on-3 for NiP. They've got a good spread, and Swisher's in a great position to make things even worse for M80, who had a good start to the first half, but may not have a good start to the second.
Ken Snappy trying to come in on this retake. Doesn't look too fun. Intimidating is one of the words I might use to describe this as they make their way through. Throwing the fire down, but it might be all for naught indeed, as JBA will deflect them. Set the timings, you know, which lean are you taking to your default, and these become things you can play with later to kind of break expectation and gain element of surprise. And so we start off with a three players towards the B for that lean for the default. Nice pick though, really stunning shot there from Shush with the deagle. In the meantime, the bomb is going towards A, actually. Ken is around the corner. This could be devastating.
Have a 5-7 from this range.
Oh no, that's dangerous.
So difficult to challenge, but the trade is so important there for JBA. Sound cues for Sin. He could have really done with a punish there. Many players are tagged here for NiP. But if they are standing, they are dangerous. Mac 10 might be a great tool to clean out what remains in this area. Wrinkle will be smoked out. Resetting with his deagle. Shush on the way as well. The bomb carrier needs to cross. Again, definitely not the jewel you want to take once you've spotted him. Shush getting to work with the Mac 10. Maybe the worst is over for M80 in this round. They will feel firmly in a driving seat now as they are on the cusp of double figures. That'll be encouraging for Wrinkle though. Time is of the essence with this deagle spam. He's just saving the deagle.
We're starting to see a divergence already from the opening, which is important to take note of.
Great exchange of util in mid. Such a deep HE. Answered with the molly. But now the firefight begins and the CTs are sending reinforcements in mid to great effect. NiP 3 rounds down, 2 men up in round 16. They need a lot of rounds like this as Swisher and Sin look to do more damage. Kapowski tagged, and that can be the bait for Shush, who's got an off angle. In the meantime, Wrinkle caught rotating for free. Tunnel vision towards the B bomb site. Doesn't know there's a bomb carrier either. More or less shots in the back of the head, and it will be a turbo plant coming through. 2-on-3, 1 pair of footsteps heard at least. Sin looks to reposition. There will be a trade. Can he find more now? 1 creeping through the smoke. 11 bullets in the magazine. Trying to reposition before that trade can come through, but he can't quite make it around the corner.
Ooh, okay. I was a little close.
Okay, a 0-3-2 set up at the beginning. Quickly rotating over towards B is Wrinkle. Post up with the AWP. The action starts lightning quick once again. Exchange on both ends now. Do they think there's a path into B now? It may come with risk for M80. They don't know where the bulk of the forces are. And they start to creep down the ramp. Slack spotting something though, as grenades will be exchanged by both sides. But who's walking into the trap? We've got CTs wrapping on both angles. The AWP will drop Slack as he tries to get away. And Kynan is here as well with support, leaving JBA in a 1 versus 3. Turning into a giant battle here on Ancient. As M80 try to hold on to their lead, that's proving to be difficult at the moment.
JBA is not in a position to do anything. He's covered from multiple angles, from the front, from the back, and he's got 10 HP. So
from the back,
looking beyond some miracle, like a one tap there, maybe into a transfer, you know, it's not really looking doable. So scary. Oh, the double peak lineup is actually even more scary. Still works out though. And Snappy gets Molly back. Get back, sir. Okay, oh my god. Talking about another lineup there. In fact, it's the same two players. I guess that they were just destined to die together, Jim.
If Kern's got the
Like
sound
Romeo and
cues.
Juliet.
Certainly hears the beeps, though, of that bomb being planted. Much rotation to be done. You can see NiP taking, M80 taking forward angles. They're lining up all over the shop. JBA will reap the rewards on this occasion, which gives his team the advantage. Wrinkle and Kern remain as they try to find a way to solve this puzzle. On that defuse then, as JBA comes in from the back for his third and fourth.
It's true. Probably get a lot more supplies as well, food and such. Either way, we will be supplied with a mid take from the T side. M80 10-9, very close affair here on the Ancients. On the map of Ancients, and Snappy and Wrinkle picking off two players there, mid and outside B. This is pretty disastrous. Now Hero plays activated. Ken with just an incredibly strong timing now himself, but he might get timed. The timing might get timinged. He definitely didn't see anything there. Oh my goodness. Lake has walked all the way through. Does he know? He doesn't know. Do they know? Wrinkle was sometimes looking towards spawn, but there is someone already in red, so Lake might have the position of Kings right now. Just a really nice flank, but this angle, just with the AWP post on it, will be pretty impossible to challenge. So what on earth do they do from this point?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Sin perhaps looking to join his teammate. Oh, this bomb's about to be lost, it looks like. Or is it? That's the open door then, and now Lake's got the rotation cut off for all of the CTs. This is crazy. He's got some nasty peeks from Red Room as well. He can play some headshot angles if he wants to. At some point, he's going to have to take a look. Surely he's going to hear something. Or he'll just head towards CT and the bomb site. The CT's walking into a sandwich now.
Sin does have a Molotov. There's a couple of flashbangs for Lake, so there's util to play with. The CTs have a smoke. Yes, they got the smoke on the bomb now, so they can just try to stick it. Huge kill. And now a big distraction from CT side, although dealt with, gives space here for the knife to come out for Sin. He's actually done it. They have done it in absolutely ridiculous fashion. And it seems like NiP are not too far off with their setup, just understanding that they need to, with that deep B control, be quite concerned about A. Donut smoked, Red Room smoked. And now, you know, of course, we get some toying. Swisher very low, though. Ooh, this is scary. Swisher's quite low, but still the push will come into the A site. A nice entry is found, but Kaspersky is going to slow this one down. Bomb is down on the ground as well. They're committed into this. Very committed. Just the last two players left. This has not worked out too well for M80. Great recovery from NiP in this round.
Maybe the direction of the sound cues could give an opportunity for Shush. This looks to be a flashpoint either way. Oh dear, 1 for 1. 50 seconds on the clock. Big pressure for M80. Oh, that's a big shot from Wrinkle. Dust 2 gets ever closer for the Ninjas. 38 seconds remain. He hears that rotation. He's got an angle now as well. The bomb's been collected. Desperate times. The bomb's lost again. Slipping away from Ancient. Well done, NiP. Again, that was a big problem late on, but they were able to deliver under big pressure, and M80 will feel like that's an opportunity missed, but indeed. Oh, they're curious. They're B curious. NiP clearing the halls. A it is then. Wrinkle has a look from range. Oh, you've got to land that headshot. That was a free one. Back of the head is one of the greatest tasks of our times. T's trying to make their way up long, but the results are less than mixed. They are just unfavorable, although perhaps JBA can turn things around. Running out of bullets, running out of health. It's down to Slacks versus Car. That's one way to do it. Things were looking rough on long, but on the bomb site, Wrinkle and Shush keeping an eye on things over towards the A-bomb site. When the buy rounds come through, hold on a second, it could be two. They've made assumptions and they've paid for it. Someone around the corner, a classic setup. Things become urgent now in this area, at least time-wise. There's still a minute. Slacks will hold position, waiting for a peek, waiting for curiosity. Oh, the 5-7 almost gets a second one. Bomb spotted. And now Wrinkle's got an interesting angle with this scout. That smoke won't be there forever. And he has a good idea that no one's heading towards the door. Kapowski can focus on the tunnels. And he might soon see the bomb if he has another look. It is absolutely in the open there. And this is really going to kill that clock. Wrinkle says hello. Spots the gun exchange. Kapowski will just hold position on that B bomb site. A swing and a miss, and he gets absolutely domed. And it seems they'll head to A.
Yeah, such a phenomenal pick there. That really does everything. Not too much time left to plant. And a jumping MP9, could you imagine denying a plant here? That would be something. That could be the way for Kapowski to really create problems. He's not going to go for it, though. Looking for the kills and gets shut down. So, whew.
That's how you have impact. Definitely work in the processing.
You gotta respect the attempt, of course. The bravery to get close to a MAC-10 with a taser. But I like this though. You know, the long position is easy to clear, and as the T side, you don't have to worry about too many 50-50 positions. Utility does a great job handling it, all of the dodgy spots. And straight onto the side they'll go. Nice little flick from Sin. And that's it. The bomb's going to go down. And with that, there really isn't a chance to win the round anymore for the CT side. And they might choose to try to hold on to some of this stuff, but obviously they're going to be buying or trying to buy in the next round.
We'll see better stats with the low money scout buys, but I feel like it's harder with the way swinging is in this game. Oh, he could find a few more. They're all in the reds. They get something at the end, at least.
There's actually more of an emphasis around the mid position, mid timing, where Snappy is with the scout. So this potentially could be a weak position. Ooh, Snappy is going to take some damage there. Kapowski, though, is close. So 2 players spotted on this setup. What does that mean here for the T side? They're looking to walk into the B side. This might not be that bad of a choice. Shush, by the car position, really has it all to do. Does have a teammate coming by, though, Snappy. But he has the scout. How much can he really do with that one? Shush holding on for now. The trade on through, and Snappy will be able to take down one at the very least. And that actually might be enough here. 2 versus 4 for the after plant. Should the bomb even be planted at this point? I think that's in question. Oof. Lake now looking for a frag, but he is to be fragged. And now it's just the game of saving the AWP, and the AWP might be the weapon to take down the AWP.
I don't know if we can get a replay of the car position we saw there, but we mentioned on the Dust 2 yesterday as this half continues. Can Snappy get more than one here? I think it's just the one. Will that be enough? Oh, he's in all kinds of trouble now. No one's in position to throw any flashes for him. He's fully committed and he falls. They've lost position on shorts earlier on as well. So maybe they needed to reinforce that position. They're in so much trouble on an island and eliminated all over the A bomb site. Wrinkle forced off short quite long ago. And again, really good awareness there with the jiggling on long from M80. Once Snappy lost his position, there wasn't much else for NiP to do.
There are lots of teams that still struggle to execute the fundamentals well, even at the top level. You can see that.
All right, next attempt out long. And they are still standing. Swish has taken one for the team, but the team have space with a focus towards B as well. You can see that the CTs will have to get active. Long compromised. When they lost short earlier on, things became very, very awkward for this CT squad, and they are trying to have an extra man. Are they really going to walk in with the... Oh, this is so cheeky from M80, but they seem to have a read. This is one of the great things about Dust 2 also, which we'll get into when there's more time. Oh my God, we've got the SpaceX launch for Slacks, but the bomb site will still be in control for M80. So hard to retake this, and there's plenty of util also for the T side, as well as the CT side.
And JBA becomes a very key positioner. You surely must, I mean, you must be looking for this to smoke. That's actually maybe helpful because JBA might be able to timing them with this. Oh, absolutely. Someone's watching the smoke. Okay, now with that, the push comes through. So cognizant, but still going down Ken, not knowing which way to look. Down to 46 points of health as he starts to encroach further towards this bombing. This is getting quite ticked here. He's got to take action, and he will, but the trade comes through. Brilliantly played by JBA. I mean, to not just push through.
Mid guy on CT, there was a period of time where they would, I forget what it was, but they would always respond in a similar way, and it was exploited by teams for a period of time. They take the lead in round 9, though, as they try to claw back a few rounds. Swisher creeping. Support flashes. He may not be going where we expected.
Good entry there from Slacks. Keeps the pace going. Ooh. Challenge onto Snappy, forces him back. And enables a bomb plant. So now, with the short plant, we'll get the play here. But the CTs are actually here as well. 2 players, pretty quick. A re-smoke. But the Ts are fairly contained on the site at the moment. See whether that's a problem or not. It can be hard to find positions to fight from. And they are getting forced back further. This is awkward positionally. Have to hit the shots, and that's exactly what will happen. Sin, Slacks working to great effect. And now Wrinkle has nothing to do but to run away. Save the orb.
Util could be worse, though. Snappy's going to have to take one for the team and wield the MP9. Oh, that is a big flick from Slacks. Snappy gets an upgrade. Deep inside, he might be happy that happened.
Oh, Dusty feels super awkward when he loses CT this early. It's really the perfect thing for M80, perfect position for a T side like M80 to be in right now. The CT's looking to try to adjust though by just focusing on cats. You have to pick focuses at this point. You can't cover everything equally. Wrinkle is the backup man. Oh, he gets actually dunked on. Fine headshot from JBA. And with that, I mean, this is, again, another situation where maybe you're just trying to save, but they're in deep positions. They are not going to survive this. Got to fight your way out, but Kaspersky is going to have multiple oncoming assailants, and there you go. M80, another round. It seems like they've kind of figured it out. And, you know, we talked about this earlier, just the power of playing cat correctly and as well as long. It just is very, very solid because it creates so much conditioning of fear. And then the CTs, there's not many ways to get aggressive, James. And if you get aggressive, you start to get into sometimes, oh my God, that was actually such a nasty play, wasn't it?
It was huge. Teams that's probably worth playing against to get better at Anubis. But of course, the closer you get to a major and a VRS cycle, the more likely you might want to veto it because the risk might not be worth it. Anyway, last round and a half, and Kaspersky will find the transfer. 3 quick frags for NiP. They desperately need a 4th round here, and it seems they'll find one in lightning fast fashion. Slacks has a lot of time though to try and get a crazy clutch. We'll see what he's able to do. But NiP will likely be trailing by 4 at halftime. And maybe the worst will be over for them. Perhaps to have a better time of things when the sides switch. M80 have had more than one good start to a half in this series, and who knows what lies in the next pistol round. Lake looking to control things with that smoke grenade. Especially with his teammates rotating over towards A. How much time can he buy for himself, though? The Julius is a great combo. He'll get 2 of them. Now, what can the rest of his team do? A flash, a quick look for JBA. Doesn't see much of anything. Slacks coming in round the back. The remaining 3 will be all together. Looking for angles around the big box. Edging forward. Kapowski's in a good spot, though. Oh, man. Sin just ran to his demise, but Slacks will avenge. Wrinkle's got a crossfire with Kern. What's the last one now? Oh, he runs out of bullets, and there might be time for Slacks to do it. I think there will be. So close, and yet so far.
I think Ancient, he struggled with Ancient more than he did on Anubis. That's that individual performance. A couple missed shots, but no such action here so far. Looking quite precise, and we are going for just a straight up catwalk play onto site. And this is actually brilliant right now because Slacks is fairly isolated, smoking himself off, trying to just delay for his teammates. Good move. Playing from the smoke with the sniper, able to actually pick off a kill. So not too bad, but certainly a good opening from NiP with the bomb down now.
Yeah, that was awkward for the CTs. No flashes from long to come up behind the sniper's head on the bomb site. 2 M4s in the MP9. Seems they will hold position. Now, this is going to be a highly likely flashpoint. MP9 will be the initial engager and the rest will swing. They want to make it expensive for that T side, and they will do exactly that. But how much will they lose as well? Almost everything. Does the AWP go their way? Nope, an AK does. Yeah, I think...
Okay, threatening the B split.
I think if it's B, it might be an abandon from M80. They're positioned to heavily fortify the A bomb sites. Maybe they can make up for the mixed bag of weaponry with numbers towards that short area while Swisher keeps an eye on things with the 5-7. Now pot shots to the AWP, finding a lot of progress.
Oh, no.
Nothing is going the way of NiP. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's got to be sound cues. He must be heard here, Kern. The bomb is a mile away. Oh, man, that is a depressing round.
Hero AK again from Wrinkle now from NiP. And again, so far with these rounds, they go up cat into A. Looking to maybe go through into mid. Slacks is waiting. He is the abuser in this scenario, and he's going to be the abused. Pivot back to A, though. Might actually yield a bomb plant here for NiP, and in fact, they only have pistols to work with, but this is doable here, especially with that kill. That's a massive find from Shish.
Bomb has been planted.
It the hard way. Sometimes we're only human. It's got to be hard to just shake off a round loss like we just saw, and bring everything into that next round. But I mean, these players are so storied. We've all had rounds like that before. So perhaps it doesn't matter. Perhaps they're completely emotionless.
Terrorists win.
Ooh.
Time is of the essence. Once you get to that 40-second mark, there is high urgency. And without an early challenge, that smoke could be quite problematic. There are 4 people for NiP behind this smoke. Kapowski creeping through mid, but it's not gone the way Sin was expecting, and his teammates dropped as well. Suddenly, Swisher is in a potential world of pain. 3 of his teammates have been lost. Can he stop this bomb from getting planted? He has no help whatsoever. He's on an island. JBA is miles away, and they're all coming for him. My word, to play with a pace like that is nerve-wracking to watch, but they did that excellently. Snap's had a tough round. A tough game, rather. 6 frags for him. So is Swisher, actually. We always lean on Swisher to be the flag bearer for this squad. But I think if either of those two can get into this game a bit more, it could be the difference maker. NiP with an early loss on this one. Trying to keep M80 off that match point, but it may prove difficult now after Shush gets dropped on long. That's the split no longer possible. Slacks has a flash as well, which is really important. So if Swisher needs support, he can ask for that. Although the flash goes towards long, so Sin can go a little deeper. AWP will be here to stop this push from short.
Oh. That looks like a connection. Very important pick on the site there to get the bomb down, but just as important on the catwalk push, we get the CTs now really creating problems. Ken, the last player standing, he's got players on multiple angles. That's not happening. And there you go. M80 starting with that 5v4 in this round, managed to really convert.
NiP clearly ready to play the long game here. Oh my words. Instant impact when he gets the AWP. Really cool. Few rounds of AK after some struggles, some trials and tribulations for the ninjas, but perhaps they've got enough left in the tank.
And just standing in front of the doors, you love to see it. But oh, that's a really nice one to just find right before you go down. And that makes things a little tricky. But with over a minute, and it's a 3v3, there's definitely a lot of space to be played here for NiP on the T side. Slacks locking down the long position. It's not a fun challenge. And with other options, you can see that NiP will decide to explore those. But timing from Slacks, oh, it's
the bomb
so
carrier
close
as well. If he stays scoped in, he just won't be able to catch up in time unless he goes dark in mid. Because they're going the long way. That's an important frag from Swisher. There may be some clues within that. You see him making his way over towards B. Slacks has only rounded the corner from long doors just now. Again, JBA in that common position, looking to avoid the flashes. We'll see if he can, if there are any. Looks like they'll be playing contact. And Swisher will be using JBA as the bait. Nice elevation there. Again, it's such a common position in the current meta. And Swisher makes it just Kapowski now. 13 seconds to get this bomb planted. Slack still rotating over. That molly is going to be crucial. The advance continues. 6 seconds. He has to commit to it now. There's no choice. And there is the final frag. It's done. A tough first map for NiP. They bring it back to a third, fighting tooth and nail